Have you ever wondered where true peace comes from? Let's explore Psalm 4:1. In this verse, David, in the midst of distress, reaches out to God. His plea is not just a cry for relief, but an expression of trust in the one who can truly soothe his soul. Picture David, a king yet vulnerable, turning not to his own strength or wisdom, but to God. He understands that in times of trouble, genuine comfort and peace are found not in earthly solutions, but in seeking God's intervention. This highlights a profound truth. God is the ultimate source of relief. When the storms of life hit, like David, we can call out to God, secure in the knowledge that He hears us. David's trust in God's deliverance illustrates that true peace begins when we turn to God in our distress. What should our response be to those who doubt our faith? Let's consider Psalm 4:2. Here, David finds himself questioned, his honor turned to shame by those who fail to understand his steadfast faith. Yet he does not waver, does not falter. Instead, he stands firm, his faith a beacon in the storm of skepticism. This is a lesson for us all. When faced with doubt, when others question our faith, we must remember David. We must remember his unwavering commitment, his unshakable belief. We must remember how he stood firm, his faith as steady as a rock amidst the raging seas of doubt. The world may question us, may doubt us, may even ridicule our faith. But like David, we can stand firm. We can hold on to our faith, onto the peace and comfort it brings us. We can stand tall, unswayed by the winds of skepticism. In the face of doubt, we can find peace by holding steadfast to our faith. How can we gain God's favor? Psalm 4:3 gives us insight. In this verse, David makes a profound declaration. He asserts that the Lord sets apart the godly for Himself. This isn't about exclusivity, but about a deep, intimate relationship with God. A relationship that is cultivated through righteousness and devotion. Living righteously doesn't mean we are perfect. It means we strive to make choices that honor God, that reflect His love and His teachings. It's about aligning our lives with His divine will and continually seeking His guidance. Devotion to God goes hand in hand with righteous living. It's about nurturing a consistent, heartfelt relationship with our Creator. It's about spending time in His presence, in prayer, in reading His Word, and in quiet contemplation. This devotion keeps us connected to God, deepening our understanding of Him and strengthening our faith. Seeking God's favor through righteousness and devotion brings us closer to Him and deepens our sense of inner peace. How can we trust in God's provision? Let's delve into Psalm 4:5. Here, David encourages us to offer sacrifices of righteousness and to put our trust in the Lord. This is not about literal sacrifices, but about living out our faith with integrity and righteousness. It's about aligning our values, our actions, and our lives with God's will, even when it's challenging. Trusting in God's provision is an act of faith. It's about acknowledging that God knows our needs better than we do and that He is more than capable of meeting those needs in His perfect timing. It's about surrendering control and letting God lead the way. This trust brings us a profound sense of security and peace. It reassures us that we are not alone in our struggles or challenges. We are held in the loving and capable hands of God. Our trust in God's provision not only ensures our needs are met, but also instills a sense of peace and security in our lives. How do we find joy and rest in God? Let's explore Psalm 4:6-8. David, in his wisdom, teaches us to pray for the light of God's countenance to shine upon us. His plea is a reminder of how seeking God's presence and guidance can dispel the darkest shadows from our lives, bringing clarity and understanding. It's like a sunrise breaking through a night of uncertainty. Then we move to the joy. David acknowledges that God has filled his heart with gladness, a joy that surpasses any material or temporary happiness. This joy is a gift birthed from God's presence and blessings. It's like a wellspring that never runs dry, a beacon of hope in the midst of life's storms. Finally, David speaks of a peaceful rest. He trusts that he can lie down in safety because the Lord watches over him. This peaceful rest comes from entrusting our worries, our fears, and our concerns to God. By seeking God's guidance, embracing His joy, and entrusting our concerns to Him, we can experience a deep sense of peace and rest. Thus concludes this short study of Psalm 4 from the King James Bible.